Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your February 1st through 15th soul session. I am Marlo if you're new. And if you're family, welcome back, my friend, and whatnot, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, we're going to go ahead and jump into you guys' cards and see what is going on with you guys for the first 15 days of February. And first card out, we have the Wheel of Fortuna. So interesting. I legit had a dream about the Wheel of Fortune last night, which is so interesting. But of course, you guys know I assign that to the fixed signs, and that is Taurus, that is Scorpio, Leo, as well as Aquarius. And if that's relevant, it might be. And check out Aquarius's reading because, we're in Aquarius season and whatnot, or whatever. So anywho, what it's looking like is coming out of January and into February, Capricorn. The wheel has turned in you guys' favor. And I'm actually going to tell you, just because this is ironic that literally last night I had a dream about the Wheel of Fortune, and I don't usually dream in tarot. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm going to tell you this because I feel like it's relevant. In the dream, aside from the whole inception part of it, the major thing I teased out of it that I feel would be relevant for you guys is there was this guy. It was almost kind of like, if you think about that Christmas story with Ebenezer Scrooge and they had the Ghost of Christmas Past, it was kind of one of those things, or Dante's Inferno and Virgil being the guide. It was kind of that vibe. So it's like the spiritual being that is showing me this guy, and there was a guy he was looking at, and he was like kind of making fun of him because the guy was down on his luck. And, he was doing really well in his life at the time. So the thing that the guide told me was, it's like, in 6 years from now, they literally showed me the Wheel of Fortune. It wasn't the Wheel of Fortune. It was just a wheel. And he was saying that the guy he was making fun of was at 0.6, right? Like not 0.6, but if you think of it as points on the wheel. So he's at 6 o'clock, if we could say it that way. And he was like, when the guy who was making fun of him, when he gets to like 12 o'clock on the wheel, he's going to be in the mirror place to where the guy he was making fun of is. And he's going to experience the same exact thing that he was. And pretty much the guide was telling me that that's what happens throughout the course of our lives. But so many of us aren't aware that that's happening. It's like when we see a person in a particular situation and we're just like, ooh, I'm glad I'm not them. It's like it could literally be. And I thought it was interesting that they said 6 years, because 6 years from that day, would you even remember? I mean, if you're someone who teases people all the time, probably not. But it's like anything. You think about, you watching this reading right now. It's like 6 years from now, will you remember this? I mean, you might, if it's life altering to you, or you thought this dream was interesting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just throwing that out there. But what I'm feeling for you guys overall is that you're stepping into a new cycle in the month of February. And I feel the place that you guys are in, it's a very empowered position. You know what I mean? It's almost as if you're stepping into almost like a new era in your life, if you will. The next card, next card that you guys have out is the Ace of Swords. So you guys are coming into this new cycle with clarity. So I feel for some of you guys, there may be some inspiration. I don't know why I feel this thing. And this may not be for everyone, but it's just a specific energy signature I'm picking up on. I mean, congratulations to you if this is it. Because it feels to me almost like if somebody just paid off their student loans or something. And congratulations to you if you a youngin' and you was able to pay them suckers off. You know what I'm saying? Or if you paid off your car, I mean, if you balling like that, or you're just older and you paid off your mortgage, it feels like something, or you just finished paying child support on your last child. I don't know. It feels something like that, where it feels like a burden, that you guys have been like indebted to. And this doesn't even feel just like January type of thing. Like, that's why I say like car notes, student loans, or credit card bills. I don't know. Something along those lines, where it's something that you've been paying for an extended period of time. And it's like, finally, after all of this time, you've paid it off. So I feel with like this money for some of you, because I don't necessarily feel that that's the thing with everyone. It could, like, I feel, I'm not even gonna say one person. There may be maybe 10% of the overall Capricorn collective where this would refer to something that you were paying on. But I feel for the rest of you, the energy signature would just be some type of responsibility that you had. And this could be anything from, you know, your kids starting to drive to kids moving out to getting promoted, you know, at your job, a myriad of different things, right? You being a one-man show with a business and finally being able to hire a staff member, anything along those lines. I do feel like it's something that you guys have had for a while, but specifically I'm being told to say for those of you who have been paying on something, and with this thing not being here and that burden being released, it's kind of like, oh, so this is life. So this is, because I know I felt that way when I paid my car off. It was like, this is what life is like without a car note. Or when my son stopped using diapers. It was like, this is how much money I'm spending on diapers. That was ages ago. But anywho, I'm sure they're way more expensive now. Sorry, parents with kids that are in diapers. Moving right along. But I feel with you guys having this burden that's released from you, what I feel compelled to tell you is you guys are going to be inspired to like reinvest that money or time that you guys are getting back from whatever this thing is that we're talking about. You know, if you want me to be in your business because I'm nosy, go ahead and comment below what that is that you guys are not being burdened with anymore. But I do feel that there's a air of caution with it because I feel, you know, with you guys being set free, it's easy for us to jump. Oh, hello. It's easy for us to jump to the other side of the Likert scale where, you know, and this is kind of something I talked about in Leo, and with that being in this particular card, you may want to watch Leo, but I talked to them about how you can kind of lose sight of something that you've been working towards or working on. So like if you're working overtime and you just got used to working overtime and you never really had an end goal of what to do with the money. So you just started spending as much money as you were making and it's kind of defeating the purpose. So I do want to say that, Cap, like, because it does feel like, dude, that's why I'm nosy, y'all. I want to know what it is. It legit feels like a heavy burden lifted. And I feel you guys have been existing in this energy signature for so long that it's almost like a kid in a candy store when you don't have to do whatever this thing is, but you just want to make sure that you're being a good steward to whatever it is that you guys are now in possession of that you weren't in before. Now, the next card that came out, it was two of them that came out, which is weird. But two, because I'm really sure I really thought I grabbed one. But for some reason, and I typically don't clarify in my generals, you know what I'm saying? But I felt compelled to keep the second card that came out as a clarifier, not push it to the next week. So let's see what's about to happen here. Child, look, this is what I'm saying. I might be psychic, child. We have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. Like, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, dude, when I tell you I'm feeling it, like I'm intuiting it, it's like almost having like a freaking yoke on your shoulders. And for the first time, and this feels like years, dude, like this don't feel like no weeks or no months. It's like, oh, thank God. It's like, this is life. So it's literally releasing those burdens now. Oh, shit. Are you serious? Okay, Capricorn, God damn it. Child, look, this is not a game. Wait, come on. I know my autofocus is not being a jerk right now. You were doing so good, autofocus. You really was. What is happening in America? Is it my little, is it because of you? There we go. All right. The freaking star card, that's Aquarius energy. That is another sign that is also in your Wheel of Fortune. So look at that. Y'all got like signs everywhere, child. You know what I'm saying? You're picking up on Leo reading. You got the opposite sign of Leo, which is Aquarius in Aquarius season. You know what I'm saying? Then you read it and had a damn dream about the goddamn card and you're reading. Okay, anyway. But no, dude, legit. This is freaking beautiful. For this to be, oh my God, dog, I'm so happy to see this. For me to feel compelled to do something that I never do. It's like, yeah, let's let this be the clarifier to whatever that card is. So the freaking star clarifying the 10 of Wands in the reverse, dude, that's literally saying, so backtracking everything that I just said, that is literally these two cards, and I'm not going to bore you, but legit, with you guys coming into the first week of February like this, right? So it's like the wheel is turned. You guys are in a good position, right? You have the freaking Ace of Swords. So there's a clarity of mind and there is some inspiration. So that's kind of like and I'm saying forewarning, but it's not like negative forewarning, but it's just saying like, watch what you're doing because this is a huge burden that you released and you're coming into like a clear karmic cycle, but you want to make sure that you don't end up collecting more karma for yourself because with the star being here, like, whatever this burden was you guys were carrying, it was preventing you from being the fullness of who you are, right? So it's like living the truth of yourself. So if it was, you know, like I said, if it was student loans, paying off a car, whatever the case, it's like you having this responsibility. And I mean, even like I said, if it's a child support thing or a kid that's like moving out of the house or something like that, it's like for the first time in a long time, you've had to focus on another person, other people, things, situations, circumstances. And now for the first time, it's like with this being removed, you have the ability to focus on yourself and to align with whatever it is that you desire, like whatever your heart's desires are. So it's like all of your wishes being fulfilled in a sense. But the only forewarning I want to tell you guys specifically, I can't even say just in the first week, I'm going to tell you for the whole month of damn February. And the second half of the month ain't done yet because that's not going to be out until the 15th on all the member platforms. And then, of course, because y'all know I always got to throw something at you, I have my core values quiz. I've told you guys about that for like years. That's available up on my website. And the course is up too. And the course pretty much walks you through the whole process of how it is that you uncover your values and how to integrate that into a lifestyle, because that's like your first step to divine purpose and all of the things, you know what I'm saying? So if you guys are interested in that, check that out on my website. But legit, dude, looking at this first week, and I'm going to extend it to the entire month, I feel it's imperative that you guys are a good steward of the freedom that you have, because you don't want to kind of take this time or this energy that you guys are in for granted, right? You want to make sure that you're manifesting from a true and authentic place. And I also spoke about that a great deal in Leo. Are you kidding me? Going into the second week, the week of the 15th of February, we have the Hermit. I might be psychic. This is literally like, and that came out in the same space in Gemini, which is cray. And that's Virgo energy. So dude, no bullshit. Because I said the same thing to Gemini with it coming out in that place. It's like now is the time for you to get really clear. And especially with these two being back to back, it's like your wishes can be fulfilled, but you're going to have to take some time in the second week of February to get clear on what wishes do you want fulfilled. Because I feel like these are things that Caps have not even been able to fraternize with, because you've been, you know, burdened with whatever the hell this is that we're talking about, like whatever this is for you specifically, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's the money thing, school, kids, whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? So now you really want to take some time in the second week of February to really get clear on what it is that you actually do want. Like, what is your heart's desire? And I was talking to Gemini about my course too, because I was saying when the Hermit came out, it's like you don't want to end up chasing something that isn't, because their whole thing was them listening to other people. I feel like for you guys, it's y'all being responsible for other people. And it's like now that you have an opportunity to solely focus on yourself, you want to make sure that you're focusing on what's true and authentic to you. Because, of course, you know, traditionally the star card is representative of the soul, right? So this is like your authentic truth. So in the second week of February, you guys, it would behoove you to take some time to really dig deep and to get clear on what is it that Capricorn really wants. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to start a business? You know, do you want to, I don't know, go be a mime? I don't know, whatever it is. You want to take some time and really consider that and get clear on that before you move forward. Like, don't allow yourself to be like emotionally moved to just kind of act on something, especially if this is money we're talking about. Oh, child, come on with it. The next card is the Strength card. That's Leo energy. Y'all gonna stop playing with me. Y'all got Aquarius, Virgo energy, and Leo energy. Child, what is really happening with Capricorn? This is so beautiful. Yeah, dude. So that's exactly what I was saying with the Strength card. It's all about self-restraint here, because like it's almost like the energy that you guys are coming into is so good to where you can almost like overdose on it. So it's like you want to use it in moderation. That's why I was saying like there's a need to be a good steward. And I feel how you moderate it is legit with this Hermit energy. And it's you taking time to get clear on what it is that you really want. So that way you're not going to end up investing money or energy or time that you have that's been freed up into something that isn't in service to you. Because I feel, and this is just what I'm picking up intuitively, just looking at where it is that you guys have been coming from, especially if the thing that's been Burdening, yeah, child. Look at it. Especially the thing that's been burdening you guys up until this point. That's so weird. Has it's directly related to other people. Oh my gosh, this is like, child, this is full circle. This is crazy. Oh my gosh, because my guys are just telling me about what you guys' readings have been up until now. And I was talking about the whole heart space thing and holding yourself back and feeling like you're protecting something and da 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 da. Child, is like a whole deliverance. And the fact that the Four of Pentacles came out, I'll get to that in a second. But anyway, it's like you guys going within and getting clear about what you want. That's kind of like the stopping point that's going to help you to filter it out, because now this is making sense to me. It's like, I didn't realize saying this. Now it's funny looking at it of how vastly different that this is even from damn January, child. Okay, this is like a whole, 180 right now. But the thing I'm seeing is I can understand why you guys were so self-protective over the thing, because I've been talking about that for months with you guys, where it's almost as if you've been divinely inspired by something and you've been holding on to it. If you've been responsible for other people, that would explain why there was this self-protection going on. Because it's like, all I got is one leg left. You know what I'm saying? I just got my one little wine. It's all I got left. And if you allow another person to kind of take that, it's like there was this fear, but that fear was also what was holding you back. So, I mean, y'all would have to let me know in the comments. I don't know what it is that transpired, or if it was like how it was with Gemini. If you have that in your chart, it would make sense. Where it was just like this shift, because they started out the month of February with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So it's like for them, I was saying it's like it's not a person, a thing, situation, circumstance. It's just kind of like they were in fog. And when you're driving in fog, no amount of fog lights, headlights, high beams, ain't none of that gonna help. You just gonna have to wait until the fog dissipates, and then you can see clearly again. And with the Wheel of Fortune coming, that's something that's, explicitly out of all of our control. So for you guys, it's like a divine timing type of thing. So it's like, it's legit just your season type of deal. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing is, and it's still, again, very similar to what I told Gemini, is being a good steward is, even though it wasn't anything that you directly did that got you into like good energy per se, if we say it that way. But the thing is with the good energy, you want to make sure that you're a good steward of it, so you don't end up in situations that you just came out of. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot like how what my dream was talking about, So you want to get very clear on what it is that you value and what you want to go in the direction of. And with the Strength card, it's talking about like self-restraint. So self-discipline and self-control of not going all the way to the other side of the Likert scale. Because if you did, that's how you end up right where it is that you began. Now, the last two cards that came out for you guys, and I think this is really weird, because two cards fell out up here, the 10 of Wands in the reverse and the Star. And right underneath that, two more cards fell out. And that's the 7 of Cups in the reverse and the 4 of Pentacles. And this is the energy that I was speaking about that kept showing up in you guys' energy where it was stagnating. So in all honesty, I freaking love this, Capricorn. I'm so freaking proud of you guys. I can kiss you in the freaking face. I love your freaking face. You understand what I'm saying? It's like with the 7 of Cups in the reverse and the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like clarity. It's like it clicked. You got it. It's like, okay, I can see in what ways I was holding myself back. And now it's like, I'm clear. Like the path to follow through is very clear to me. There's no question. I know what I want to do. And that's coming into the 15th of the month. And my hope for you, my friend, another thing I would say as well, because I'm about to say what my hope for you is, but I want to backstep a little bit because I think it's on the 6th of February. That's how crazy is that? Ain't that something? On the 6th of February, it's the Leo full moon, right? So you guys got two Leo energies here. So, I mean, what you guys are releasing, you guys can literally release anything like what this is speaking about in your life specifically. Like, of course, stuff's going to manifest, but I would legit release anything that you feel that would potentially hold you back, because I feel with this clarity, there is insight. If you guys do a little self-reflection, if you resonated with any of the soul sessions, like from October, November, December, you know what I'm saying? Like that would kind of pinpoint what it is for you specifically. I'm not picking up on anything that my guides are telling me to say. in reference to anyone. So I guess it's one of those scavenger hunts that you guys are going on. But being clear on that, and that's something you would want to release under the full moon so that it doesn't become an issue where you end up repeating the cycle again. Ha, I love it. At the bottom of you guys' deck, we have Scorpio energy with the Tower in the reverse. You know what I'm saying? So that is crisis averted. Crisis averted. And I feel crisis will be averted. Why all of this is happening is literally, because that's the position that card is in, is why all of this is happening. Where I feel that we're speaking about crisis averted is the fact that if you guys would have, like, if the timing wouldn't have been right, I think if whatever this is that shifted or switched, which is lets you know that why they call it divine timing, how it is that spirit's always in your favor. If this wouldn't have happened when it did, you know what I'm saying? I think you guys could have gotten to a headspace to where you would start to think that this was going to be your life for the foreseeable future, and that wasn't the case. So with things kind of switching up, it's giving you like that breath of fresh air. The only thing that this soul session is saying for you guys from the 1st through the 15th is to make sure that you do good with it. So if we go back like I do with most signs, we look at the card from the 1st to the 2 cards that you guys have for the 15th. So you're in a new cycle. The whole thing is that you want to move forward clear, right? On what it is that you want. That's what you're going to spend time doing the next week. You're going to take advantage of that energy in this new cycle by moving clearly towards what it is that you want after some time of reflecting on exactly what that is, and not holding on to things that are no longer serving you, as well as hoarding energy or feeling like you need to self-protect, because that self-protection is what gets us in the tower. So I also look at this tower, it's crisis averted, but it's also you being clear on how it is that you were self-sabotaging. So as opposed to the tower needing to crumble, you just walked down the little spiral staircase and left out that sucker and went on about your damn business. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Capricorn, that has been your soul session for the 1st through the 15th of February. Let me know what you think in the comments. I love your freaking face. I'll see you guys sooner than later. And, you know, check out whatever platform you're a member of for your mid-month checkup. So love your face. Bye.